In this third video of 8.5, solving equations containing radicals, we're going to take again a look at an equation that has two radicals by itself. But in this case, you'll notice that when we go to isolate this, the other side isn't isolated. So we have one radical that is and one that isn't. And why this poses a problem is when we isolate the radical and go to square it like we have in the past, you don't do each one individually, you do the entire side. So on the right side, you'll notice the radical will cancel out. X minus 35 you'll end up with. But when you go to the left side, again, because this is a binomial, you actually have to write them out twice. And because it's a binomial, you're going to have to distribute it each time. So if we do the FOILing process, x squared, or I'm sorry, square root of x times square root of x is square root of x squared, which just happens to be x. If we do the outside, you get negative 5 square root of x. You do the inside, you get negative 5 square root of x. And if you do the last, you get positive 25. If that was too fast, again, pause, rewind, make sure you understand. And then we look at the right side. From there, we're going to combine like terms. These are like terms right here. They become negative 10 square root of x. And then you drop down the x here and the 25 here along with the right side. What you'll notice is that we still have a radical in the equation, which might seem like we didn't solve the problem, but that's a little bit better because in the original, we started with two radicals, and now we whittled it down to one. So now we just start the process over again. I want to pretty much isolate that square root. So I'm going to subtract x, cancels there and there. I'm going to subtract 25. So I end up with negative 10 square root of x equals negative 60. From here, you can do one of two things. You can go ahead and isolate the square root sign, or you can square the entire quantity because this is one term. So when we say isolate the radical, it's really isolating the term of the radical. But we'll go ahead and we'll divide by negative 10, and we get square root of x equals 6. We're going to square both sides, and you end up getting x equals 36. Now again, what you should do is go back to the original and plug it in. Square root of 36 minus 5 is 6 minus 5, which is 1. And if I do square root of 36 minus 35, that's square root of 1, which is 1. So that checks out.